Shalom, shalom. Glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachal, Kodash. This is the brother Howard Shai Zion. All right, Ban Gad, Ban Yashala, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yahweh Shai. We coming in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachal, Kodash, man. All right, double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and love and salutations to all you brothers, man, that pushed this word. All right, today, man, I got a pretty good lesson, man. It's just about, giving alms, man. All right, alms delivered from death. And I'm going to go into the definition of it, so you know what's going on and how important this is and what in the scriptures, how this has changed a lot of people, man, and helped them out. You know what I'm saying? Especially the widow with 2 mites. So I'm going to get that scripture out too. All right, so first off, I'm going to start in the Tobit, which this is inspired, the lesson. Just recent events that have happened in my life and certain things and events that have unfolded immediately after. It definitely showed me that this just holds true, man, So the Lord, when he says certain things in the scriptures, he's just not playing with it, So you got to adhere to that and, get into the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to believe, man. And sometimes when you're actually doing this, when you're putting the word into practice, man, that's when you start to see, damn, look at, the Lord is serious, man. This is Alms, Slaki. This is Tobit chapter 12, verse 9. Salakia, let's go to verse number 8. It says, prayer is good with fasting and alms in righteousness. A little with righteousness is better than much with unrighteousness. It is better to give alms than to lay up gold. Now that's, hey man, there you go. I'm going to get into the definition of alms, out of the Nelson's Illustrated Bible Dictionary as well. Okay, but the focus point is, it says prayer is good with fasting and alms. So you can't forget that, man, because charity is important. I got into charity a little bit in the scriptures. Without charity, you're nothing. You know what I'm saying? You could have all the breakdowns. You could be the man. You just could be the man out here, You're the man, you know what I'm saying? You are the man. But you still are nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you're not giving the brothers, not helping out brothers, man, like that's one of the most important things about this stuff, man. When you give the brothers, man, you are you're being brotherly, and the Most High sees your heart, man, and he sees what you're doing, and that's no joke, man. He's gonna come back, and you're gonna get a special deliverance, man. And he'll see you, being brotherly. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be brotherly and do what the Most High say, man. Prayer is good with fasting and alms in righteousness. A little with righteousness is better than much with unrighteousness. That's talking about money. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, or possessions. It is better to give alms than to lay up gold. So it's better to give than to receive. That's where that comes from. For alms doth deliver from death, and shall purge away all sin, man. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, brothers, man. What's up, bro? What's going on, brother Yakad, man? All right? The brother Maquad, man. Shalom. Y'all my family, man. Hey, man, it's good to see y'all, man. That's what's up, man. So remember, man, especially, brothers who are younger in this truth, man, you know what I'm saying? We're here to serve you. Even the top person or whatever of any camp or group, whatever is there to serve, the person who's the baby. You know what I'm saying? We're here to help that person. We got to help that person who just came in. You're very highly important to us, man. This is like, say if you have a baby and it's a brand new baby and you already have another baby, but the one who's the baby is the baby. You know what I'm saying? You love him. He's a baby. And in this faith, the scripture says, he who humbles himself like a small child shall be greatest in the kingdom of heaven, man. So that's what you need to do. So it says, verse 9, for alms does deliver from death, and shall purge away all sin. Those that exercise alms, meaning to put it into practice, and righteousness shall be filled with life. But they that sin, meaning go off from the law, are enemies to their own life. So basically, you're just creating chaos for yourself. Like a lot of these women that dealt with us in the past, they think that they're being righteous or whatever in their wickedness, because like they really truly believe their righteousness is wickedness, man. Or Slakia, they truly believe their wickedness is righteousness, man. And it's not, man. It's truly wicked, and the Most High is going to kill them, period. So let's get Alms in that Illustrated Bible Dictionary, all right? This is a great tool to have, man. If you don't get this one right here, man, this is good stuff, All right, Alms, it says in page 37 in the Nelson's Illustrated Bible Dictionary, New and Enhanced Edition, okay? It's written by, or it says General Editor, it says Ronald Y. Youngblood. All right, Alms, it says page 37. It says money given out of mercy for the poor. The Israelite was commanded to be generous in opening his hand wide to the poor and needy. Deuteronomy 15 and 11. Now let's get it. Let's just get it, man. Let's check all this stuff out, You got to understand it. This is why you got to go into one topic a week, man, or multiple topics. If you brothers got the spirit on you, do multiple topics, man. You just got out of work, the best time to do a video, man. Bang it out, you know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy 15 and 11. Let's check it. It says, for the poor shall never cease out of the land. Therefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt open thy hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor, and to thy needy in thy land. There you go, man. You know what I'm saying? Close the book. That's it. I'm out of here, man. Shalom. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, that's how important this is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how important this is. Thou shalt, hey man, I'm gonna say it again. Deuteronomy 15 and 11. For the poor shall never cease out of the land. Therefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt, I command thee, saying, thou shalt open thine hand wide unto thy brother, meaning to give him a lot, man. Hook him up, man. To thy poor and to the needy in thy land. Okay, so there you go, man. That's a beautiful thing. Salakia, So it says gleanings from vineyards. It says orchards, olive groves, and fields should be made available to the poor. And then there's Leviticus, Ruth, things like that. Blessings were promised to those who were generous in aiding the poor. Proverbs 14 and 21. So if you have a problem with giving alms, you're going to find out that this is important. That not only is important, but you're going to get back. So if there's any mistake or any problem with your faith, and you're thinking, well, saying I ain't got it right now, let me tell you something about the Lord, all right? Let me show you something about the Lord. When you're saying you ain't got it right now, scriptures say, he who soweth bountifully shall reap bountifully, and he that soweth sparingly shall reap sparingly. Okay, so a lot of people don't got it right now is because they don't give it right now. They don't give it, period. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving it at all. So they got to give. Let's get Proverbs 14 and 21. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 21. It says, he that despiseth his neighbor sinneth, but he that hath mercy on the poor, happy is he. I want to be happy, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be happy in my life. I know that we got to catch hell. That's a part of this, man. Either through sickness or pain or grief or just suffering or whatever. Whatever may come our way. It could be the lack thereof of something, no matter what it could be. You know what I'm saying? It could be a woman or whatever the case may be. Or just sorrow, general sorrow, or just grieving over a brother. There's something that happened, or a family member that dies. This is something. There's always something, There's a time to love, a time to hate, a time to rejoice, and a time to mourn. That's how the Bible is. That's how the scriptures is. That's how life is. Let's get Proverbs 19 and 17. Proverbs 19 and 17. He that hath pity on the poor lendeth unto Yahweh, and that which he hath given will he pay him again. So listen, you shouldn't have no problems giving to brother, man. And the widow who gave the 2 mites in Luke 21, 1 through 4. Let's get that real quick, just to show you the power of giving everything you have. Now, I'm not saying to go out and go do that. You know what I'm saying? If you have a wife, kid, and you have bills to pay and your bill money coming up, and you just go give it all to the Lord. All right, listen, man. You gotta use wisdom, man. All right, the Lord will tell you when to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And do it in the spirit. You don't have to be a clown. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be righteous, man. Don't just give and just giving your last when you ain't got it like that. If it's not in the spirit to do it, and you gotta do it with a cheerful heart as well. Shalom to all y'all who are tuning in now. Luke 21, 1 through 4. It says, and he looked up and saw the rich men casting their gifts into the treasury. And he saw also a certain poor widow casting in their 2 mites. And he said, of a truth I say unto you, that this poor widow has cast in more than they all. And he says, for all these have of their abundance cast into cast in unto the offerings of Yahweh. But she of her penury, it says, hath cast in all the living that she had. Okay, that's beautiful. And we can check it in Mark as well. It's a synoptic gospel, meaning is similar. It's the same account from a different perspective, all right? So check this out. Shalom. Shalom to all y'all who's tuning in. All right. See y'all, man. Shalom, man. Glory, honor, and praise. Call halayim Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rachak B'dash, man. I'm heavy in the spirit right now, man. It's pressing on me real hard, man, right now. So I already know, the Lord's gonna just teach, man. He's gonna teach and use his men to do it, man. That's it, man. We don't choose this life, man. I ain't choose this life, man. The Most High. The Most High does this stuff, man. I don't know what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? The Lord does. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, and I say that in a certain way, so understand what's going on. I know what's going on, but I don't know what's going on because the Lord is revealing these things. That's just what he does. Mark chapter 12 and 41. It say, and Yahushua sat over against the treasury, and behold, how the people cast money into the treasury. And many that were rich cast in much. And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites, which I believe breaks down to shekels, if I'm not mistaken. If we look at the etymology of the word, I don't think I have nothing to pull it up right now. I might have it actually in a Bible dictionary. I'm holding like a bunch of scriptures. Yeah, I could probably pull it up. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me see another Bible dictionary while I'm doing that. Oh, it's locking it. All right. See, I got everything all situated, man. Let me get mites. Okay. So she cast in 2 mites, man. Let's see if it's in here. Nope, it's not in this Bible dictionary. Let's see if it's in this one. Hold alms and get mites. M-I-T-S. T-S, money on the table. M-I-S. It's got to be in here, man. This is a thorough dictionary, man. This ain't no joke. All right, so bear with me, brothers and whoever sisters is watching. Might. All right, it says see money in the Bible. So it's money, obviously. Money in the Bible. See money. Money, money, money. All right, so there you go. Money. All right, so this is kind of like what it looks like, man. Denarius. I'm gonna show you a picture of it, man. Okay, that's what it looks like, man. You can see it. That's money back in the day, man. This is what we used. Okay, that's the stuff we used to use, man. You can see it. Denarius. All right, that's what it was, man. It says the Bible frequently refers to pieces of silver or gold. The confusing term shekel did not denote any one value or weight at first, although it later became the name of the Israelite coin. because it says Jewish, but I say Israelite every time I see Jewish. It says, for instance, there were heavy and light silver shekels, Phoenician, and heavy and light gold shekels, Babylonian. 15 heavy Phoenician shekels of silver equaled 1 heavy Babylonian gold shekel. Abraham paid pieces of silver, or shekels, for the cave of Machpelah, Genesis 23:16. David paid gold shekels to Ornan the Jebusite, 1 Chronicles 21:22. It says fractions of the shekel are mentioned in the Old Testament as well. The half shekel, or becha, it says Exodus 28:26. The third part of the shekel as a covenant obligation, Nehemiah 10:32. It says the fourth part of a shekel, or reba, it says proposed to Saul by the servant as a gift to the prophet Samuel, 1 Samuel 9:8. And the 20th part of a shekel, or a garah, it says Leviticus 27:25. The pin was 2/3 of a shekel, 1 Samuel 13:21. These pieces were probably fragments of gold or silver bars. The talent was the largest unit of silver, shaped in slabs, pellets, or rings with approximately the value of 1 ox. See, this stuff, you don't gotta know this stuff, man. See, you don't know this until I go into it, man. Like, who's thinking about this right now? You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna know what's going on, man. You're gonna know, man. All right, you're gonna know what's going on, because you gotta know. Everybody needs to know. So it says these pieces, Salakia. So the talent, when it's talk about the parable of the talents, now you know what a talent is, all right? So it says again, it says the talent was the largest unit of silver shaped in slabs, pellets or rings with approximately the value of 1 ox. Before coins were stamped values, Salakia, before coins with stamped values were introduced, the pieces of precious metal for transactions had to be weighed on a scale. Abraham measured the shekels given to Ephron, and that's in Genesis 23:16. Such a system was certainly haphazard. Dishonest practices of weighing were banned, Deuteronomy 25:13, in favor of a perfect and just weight, verse 15. Because a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, Proverbs 11:1. Eventually, pieces of metal were standardized and stamped to designate their weight and value. Coins still had to be weighed. However, since their edges might have been trimmed or filled, ancient coins often show other marks, indicating they may have been probed to assure their silver content. Among the earliest coins were those struck in Lydia by King Croesus, 561 BC to 546 BC. All right, this is right before the start of the Greek Empire. I believe this is during the Persian Empire, Medo-Persian captivity. It says, whose legendary Anatolian mines and stream beds supplied gold and silver. He was conquered by the Cyrus the Great. Yeah, Khan. Cyrus was a Persian. Okay, I believe. It says, who may, Khan, have carried the idea of coined money back to Persia. The Persian Darius the Great, 522 to 486 BC, minted coins of gold. The coin known as the Daric, which bore his name, was common with the Israelites during the captivity. It was similar to a U.S. $5 gold piece. 10,000 Darics, because it's King Darius, obviously. So Darics were paid to craftsmen for their work on the temple built by Solomon, 1 Chronicles 29:7. The Greeks soon adapted the Persian and Babylonian coinage, portraying animals, it says natural objects, and Greek gods on the coins, which were called drachmas, Greek for handful. All right, see, this is knowledge, man. Like, you just gotta know what's going on, man. Like, I'm getting hyped up off this, man. Just getting this knowledge is hyping me up, man. You know, everybody should be geeked off this, man. If you're really a man of the Lord, man, you should be geeked off this, man. All right, let's keep it moving. So again, drachma. So Greek for handful. The tetradrachma, or shekel of Tyre, was about the size of an American $50. And it says it probably circulated among the Israelites. Archaeologists, it says, have uncovered coins of Greek design marked YHD for Judah, okay, which is Yahwadah, probably minted by the Persians for use by the Jews. However, these particular coins are not mentioned in the Bible. Alexander the Great of Greece conquered the Persian Empire in the between period between the Old and New Testaments. And exactly that period between the Old and New Testament, that's this, man. That's this right here. Okay? Why is it not mentioned in the Bible? Because it was mentioned in the Bible, it was taken away. Between the Old and the New Testament, there's a gap, a period of time. And what's that? It's this right here. It's all right here. You see, you get the knowledge, man. You know, we're going to get to alms and everything and delivering from death. I just wanted to let you know about these coins, man, because it's important. It is. So Alexander the Great of Greece conquered the Persian Empire, and between the Old and New Testaments, Greek coins, especially the tetradrachma, began pouring into Palestine, or modern-day Palestine. After Alexander's death, his successors, known as the Ptolemies, added mints at Gaza, Jaffa, and Tyre for making coins. The Seleucids seized Palestine about 200 BC, forcing Greek culture upon the Jews until they rebelled against Antiochus IV around 167 BC. The right to mint coins was an issue, but the Jews, or Israelites, revolt led by Simon of Maccabeus was thwarted. Later, Antiochus VII established a mint and struck coins bearing his name, but the Seleucids' domination lapsed as the Hasmoneans gained their freedom and began minting their own small bronze coins, 1/2, 1/3, and 1/4 shekel in weight. Okay, it says these were inscribed to a certain high priest at the time, the community of the Jews, quote unquote, the community of the Jews. Still, the Seleucids issued official gold and silver coins. This brief phase of freedom in the Jews, for the Jews, ended when the Romans annexed Palestine in 630 BC. All right, this is when things were really starting to change, and the Messiah was about to be born, and things about to really make a turn. Okay, so it says, showed a profound Greek influence. Slakia says, Roman coins common in the New Testament times showed a profound Greek influence, including those issued by Herod the Great, 37 to 4 BC, and his sons. But because of the second commandment, which prohibited graven images, the coins displayed only traditional stylized pictures. However, they did include the date of issue. That's why we have the date of issue of coins now, man. That's why you know you in the Roman Empire again, man. I could go on a coin right now, okay, if I could find one, and I can check the date that it was issued, man. Where do you think they got that from, man? See, this is why everything is Rome reincarnated, man. You know what I'm saying? This is all Rome reincarnated, man. This is crazy, okay? So, okay, let's say, let's keep going. So let's say, the basic unit of coinage and silver. Okay. The basic unit of Roman coinage was the silver denarius, probably equal to a laborer's daily wage. As in the parable of the vineyard workers, Matthew 20, it says 9 through 10, it was also used for paying tribute or taxes to the Roman emperor, whose image it carried. Yahushua was shown a denarius in a ploy by the Pharisees to trick him into opposing the Roman taxation authority. But he replied, render therefore to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to the God of things that are God's. Meaning Tiawa, the things that is Tiawa. The gold auris, it says, was worth about 25 denarii. The copper coin, it says, a saurian, equal to 1/16 of a silver denarius, was mentioned by Yahushai as being worth no more than 2 sparrows. In his counsel about Yahweh's concern for the smallest creatures as well as the most powerful. That's Matthew 10. Let's get, I think the Greek coin. I want to see about the widow. Let's see, okay. Greek coins, it says, bore religious symbols that they may have been minted at pagan temples. That's why you got that, the Parthenon on some of the, I believe it's on the dollar bill, and I think it's also on the back of one of the coins. I wish I had a coin, man, so I could look at it. Matter of fact, I think I do. Hold on a second. I got something. All right. Hold on, brothers. Hold on a second. All right. So yeah, man, these are like pagan gods, man. You know what I'm saying? These are, I got a coin, I got a quarter. And I see these things are stamped, and they also got the date on them, man. It's got the date that it was minted. This was 2001. Oh, I doubt you can see it. If you can see it. Let me see. Okay, right there at the bottom of my finger. I say 2001. Right there. Okay, 2001. What did it say? Greek coins genuinely bore religious symbols that they may have been minted at pagan temples, which served as business centers for granting loans and receiving estates. The cult of Astarte, it says, may have had a strong influence on the production of coins. Silver for Greek coins was supplied by the rich mines of Laurium. It says gold coins were less popular among the Greeks. Let me keep going. Oh, wow. Yo, that's crazy. That's the same exact thing that you see here. All right, so check this out. The silver shekel, right? It's got the same exact symbol that's on the dime. All right, you see this symbol that's on the dime? You see them little flowers, man? See them little flowers on the dime? Or whatever the hell? Let me see. All right, so you see the dime, right? See that? Now watch this, man. This is money. Look, man. Same shit. It's the same shit, man. They're not playing out here, okay? So, you see, this is Rome reincarnated, man. This is Greece reincarnated. The same exact Greek coins they had before, man. So, with the date on them and everything, man. It says the basic Greek coin was the drachma, roughly equivalent to the Roman denarius or 1 day's wages. Probably the drachma, it says, is the lost coin, quote unquote, of Yahushai, parable Luke 15, 8 through 10. And then it says the Apostle Paul, when he practiced tent making in Corinth, probably exchanged his work for the Corinthian coins that pictured the winged horse Pegasus. All right, so that's crazy, man. That's this stuff is crazy, and I think it's Paramount Pictures, if I'm not mistaken, that they got that. You know, it's all the same stuff, man. It keeps coming back. It just never leaves. All this mythology. So it says Corinth had minted coins as early as 650 BC, Paul later preached in Athens, Greece, where one archaeologist has excavated 80,000 coins. The Greek drachma, okay, drachma, it says 2 drachma piece was used by the Jews for their half shekel temple tax. Matthew 17 and 24. The silver stater or stater, it says, or tetradrachma, was a 4 drachma piece, like a $4 bill pretty much. It says used to pay the temple tax. Matthew 17, it says in 27. It says the mina, equaling 100 drachmas, illustrated Yahushai's parable of the wise, about the wise use. This fucking thing. Hold on a second. This goddamn phone, man. Hold on a second. Alright, plug this shit in. Hold on, brothers. Shit's jacked up. It's fucking Satan. Alright, stick with me. Hold on a second. Fucking Satan, man. Let me see what I do. Do what I do, man. I want to interrupt the edification. Alright, cool. So, alright, so, Lord willing that works, should be off, man. Alright, Khan, there we go. Khan, Salakia, okay, here we go, finally, man. It says the only Israelite coin mentioned in the New Testament is the widow's mite, or lepton, called a mite by the New King James Version. It says these were very small copper coins worth only a fraction of a penny by today's standards. Yet Yahushua commended the poor widow who gave 2 mites in the temple treasury because she, out of her poverty, put in all that she had, her whole livelihood. Okay, Mark 12 and 44. So the water for stick in there with me till I got to that. Okay, because it was important, man. It was very, very important. It's about alms and delivering them from death, and that's truly the meaning of it. All right, now back to alms, and I could get into the lesson. I didn't mean to deviate for that long, but it is what it is. So let's keep it moving. So it says here, in the Illustrated Bible Dictionary, page 37, about alms. It says, blessings were promised to those who were generous in aiding the poor. Eventually, the notion developed that the almsgiving had power to atone for the giver's sins. That's mention of the Tobit, man. That's in the Illustrated Bible Dictionary, man. And that's not in nowhere else in the Bible, man. The only way where that is at, man, is in the Tobit, man. It's in the scriptures. It's in the scriptures. Tobit chapter 12, verse 9. For alms do deliver from death and shall purge away all sin. Those that exercise alms and righteousness, meaning to follow the laws and commandments to the best of your ability, shall be filled with life, man. Hey, man, you can't make this stuff up, all right? You give, you're going to get given too, man. The Lord's going to repay you. Proverbs 14 and 21, and then Proverbs 19 and 17. You got to get this in your spirit, man. You got to get it in your spirit, all right? You have to, man. So it says, by Yahushua's time, the word righteousness was tied closely to the word alms. Thus, when Yahushua taught about charitable deeds or almsgiving, prayer, and fasting, he prefaced his teachings by saying, beware of the practicing your piety, it says literally righteousness, before men in order to be seen by them. In this way, he taught that the giving of alms to the poor must not become a theoretical or salakia, a theatrical display of to win people's applause. So that's what it's not supposed to be. You're not supposed to give to say, let me give so everybody see me giving so I look like I'm the man. Okay? That's going off. All right? That's going off, man. It says the praise that comes from the Heavenly Father is more important. The book of Acts comments favorably on several instances of almsgiving. A certain disciple at Joppa, a woman named Tabitha, or Dorcas, was full of good works and charitable deeds. Acts 9:36. And the scriptures say give to the godly man, okay? It says a God-fearing man named Cornelius, which we know that that's not an Edomite because they don't fear the Lord, okay? It says gave alms generously to the people and prayed to Yahweh always. Acts 10:2. Then, as now, Yahweh acknowledges those who give gifts of food to the hungry and in other ways show compassion to the needy. Isaiah 58:6-8, 1 John 3:17. So let's get those verses of scriptures, man. Since we're, talking about alms and delivering from death to purge away all sin, man. Come on. That's right. That's right, brother. That's right. Acts 10:2. And then let's get, so Dorcas was giving in Acts 9:36. That was counting righteousness to her. Cornelius, Acts 10:2. Let's get Isaiah 58:6-8. Isaiah 58:6. It says, is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke? Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house? When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh. All right, so don't jack yourself up by not helping the brothers, man, who are poor among you. Verse 8, here's the promise, man. Here's the promise. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Lord shall be thy reward, man. Amen. You know what I'm saying? Call Elohim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rahal, Quadash. This is edification, man. This is building brothers up in the faith to tell you to give alms. Give, man. Ask brothers, man. Yo, brother, you need help, man? Everything cool with you, man? Hey, you don't know if you don't ask, man. You got to ask a brother, man. Some brothers, they're not prideful, but, you know what I'm saying, they just don't want to talk about it, man. They don't want to talk about it, man, because, they ain't trying to put their burden on nobody else. But you got to understand something, man. Am I my brother's keeper, man? Am I not my brother's keeper, man? Do I not have to help my brother? That's a commandment. And, man, you commanded to help the brother, man. It's in Deuteronomy, 15:11. Let's bring it out, man. After I'm going to get 1 John 3:17, then I'll go back to it to strengthen your faith. Because you got to reinforce. The scriptures are here to reinforce your faith. The brothers are here to reinforce your faith, man. To power you up, And you got to pray for wisdom to help your brothers. You know what I'm saying? To strengthen them harder than they ever been strengthened. 1 John 3:17, but whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of Yahweh in him? So how the hell are you going to say that you love the Lord, man, or you're a man of the Lord, but when you know your brother's in need, and you're like, nah, I ain't going to help that brother, man. That's wicked, man. So you're breaking all the commandments. And why is that? Because you're not being brotherly, man. And it is in the commandments. It is in the commandments. It is in the commandments, man. So that's it. So it says here, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. Hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him. So that you got to move, man. You got to do stuff, man. You got to do stuff for the Lord, okay? It's not just faith and that's it. You all set and you got faith and you ain't helping nobody out and you're doing whatever you want to do, man. That doesn't work. 2 Ezra 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. So that's mad powerful, man. Okay? By works and by faith, man. It's not just, oh yeah, let's just say we the man of the Lord and go out there with the breakdowns and I'm straight, man. I'm good, I did my preaching for the week and I'm good. I'll put up my 3 videos and whatever. I'm just scraping by. You should want to excel and exceed everybody in the truth, man. Even just for the 1 penny. Just work real hard for it, man. Whatever. As long as you get saved, man, that's important, man. Scripture says to work out thine own salvation with fear and trembling. Fear of what? Fear of the Lord. Keeping the commandments. Okay? Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. And by keeping the commandments, you got to keep this one. This is Deuteronomy 15 and 11. Again, it says, for the poor shall never cease out of the land. Therefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt open thine hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor and to thy needy in thy land. So you're commanded, man. You're commanded to give, man. All right? Because the Lord said he's going to repay you. Because I know you're thinking, man, I don't want to give everything or whatever it is, man. Hey, pray on it, man. Pray on it, man, and give with a cheerful heart, because you got to get this scripture in your head too. And this ain't no trying to ask for money thing, so don't get it twisted, man. Don't think I'm trying to ask y'all for money, all right? Because we ain't about that garbage. Even though we do deserve it, man. All the brothers that preach, they deserve your money. And you should be giving your money to them. You should be privately asking them, yo, brother, let me try to get your email or something so I can hook you up with some money. Or you don't got to come at them like that, but yo, brother, how can I pay some tithes or whatever, or throw some alms to the brothers, because I know you'll distribute it to the brothers, accordingly, which is what we're going to do, okay? We're not going to pocket the money and chill with it, man. Go out and spend it on garbage. Hell no, man. That's the Lord's money. We're not about that, man. We're real serious and sincere about this, man. I almost want to cry about it, man, right now, man. Because I'm not playing with this, all right? I'm not playing about being a man of the Lord, all right? I'm not doing this for show. I don't give a damn. I don't have no woman. I got a woman I deal with, man, who's far away. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have no wife living with me, man. I'm not doing it for that, man. I'm not doing it to be showboating, man. I don't give a damn about that, all right? The Lord knows it, man. It's not about that. Proverbs chapter number 14 and 21 again. I know I said these scriptures before, but I got to say it again. Proverbs chapter 14, and I'm going to actually start at 20. It says, the poor is hated even of his own neighbor, but the rich hath many friends. Now consider this, man. The poor is hated. And by even his own neighbor, man. Even the guy who's poor next to him hate his ass. Hates him. Now, listen. Verse 21. He that despiseth his neighbor sinneth. But he that hath mercy on the poor, happy is he. Happy is he. Let's get 19 to 17, man. You got to digest it in your spirit. Proverbs 19 and 17. It say, he that hath pity on the poor lendeth unto Yahweh, and that which he hath given will he repay. So like, will he pay him again? And I think there's another one too. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's in James, man. I believe it's in James. if I'm not mistaken, man. Let me see. About giving. Okay. All right. I think it's foreign. Okay. Damn, man. Well, here's one, anyways. James 4:17. Now that you know this, all right. It says, therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. That goes back to the law. When you know that your brother is destitute and he's hurting, and in Isaiah, I think it was 58, if you hold back your bread from your neighbor, man, you're going to get chastised. You're going to have problems, man. You know, that's why I want to go back and check this video out even after I'm done with it. You know, because you got to just understand that. But when you give to people, you're going to be blessed. You know, and by the way, your riches are corrupted anyways. These are corruptible riches, you know. And look at this scripture. James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men. It says, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Meaning, you ain't giving, man. You ain't giving because you a demon. You're not giving because you a damn demon. All right? It's a witness against you, man. All the money you got in the bank is a testimony against you, man. Because you're a demon. You're a damn demon, man. And if you're not a demon, then you'd be given, man. Because it's the law. You have to give. Okay? You have to do it, man. So it says, witness against you, and shall eat your own, Salakia, shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton, meaning, I believe, haughty. You've been very conceited, demon, man. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. Be patient, therefore, brethren, you brothers, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it. He receive the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of Yahweh draweth nigh. Grudge not against one another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. That's why I gotta let a guy go sometimes, man. You got, hey man, you know what I'm saying? We don't agree. I'm gonna cut ties with you. I'm gonna keep praying for you. I pray Yahweh Shemi Ashai take the demon off you. But I do love you, but I know we can't communicate. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Can't hold a grudge against the brother though. You know? So it says, behold, the judge standeth, Salakia, grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. He's right behind the door, man, waiting. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of Yahweh, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. All right, so if you're catching hell, you're enduring, right? Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, Yahweh, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by earth, neither by any other oath, but let your yea be yea and your nay be nay, lest ye fall into condemnation. And then it goes into prayer and everything like that. So, again, man, alms, just to recap real quick, I'm going to do this quick. Alms, it says money given out of mercy to this is the Nelson's Bible Dictionary again, page 37. Money given out of mercy for the poor. The Israelite was commanded to be generous in the opening of his hand wide to the poor and the needy. All right, that's Deuteronomy 15 and 11. Gleanings, it says from vineyards, orchards, olive groves, and fields should be made available to the poor. All right, the Ruth 2 and 2, 7 through 8 as well. All right. Now, chapter 2, verse 2, and then 7 through 8. It says, blessings were promised to those who are generous in aiding the poor. And there's some other scriptures in, I believe, in Corinthians as well on giving. So we pretty much wrapped it up. I pretty much got everything, Lord willing, this edified brothers. Trying to think of anything else that I could hit on the scriptures. I believe, let's see something about, matter of fact, hold on, one more scripture, man. Let me get one thing before I bounce. We got the parable of the two mites. All right, let's say, okay, here we go, Bible verse. Luke 6 and 38. Luke 6 and 38, man. You got to get that. You got to get the word in you enough to have the faith. Because faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. Romans, I think it's 10 and 14. So faith comes by hearing. You got to hear the Bible. All right. That's why we come with the Bible, which people think is a fairy tale, which they're demons. Okay. Luke 6 and 38. You got to come with the scriptures, man. Luke 6 and 38. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down and shaken together and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye meet withal, it shall be measured to you again. And let's get precepts, because I like this Bible. This is an OG Bible. This is my old school war Bible. I like this one. It's got a lot of good precepts written right there. Psalm 79 and 12. Let's get that. It's just got the precepts right there. Really, the red letter edition Bible. I got that too. Psalm 79 and 12. I got even more precepts. That's the one you really want to get. This is the Bible y'all really want to get, man. All right. This one here, man. This is the Bible, man, right here. You got to go into the Jehovah Wicked Witnesses Center to get this. It's the Watchtower Society. Okay, the Watchtower Society is the one. Come on, Proverbs 28 and 27. I'm going to get that right after. Proverbs 28 and 27. Got you. Okay. So, 79 and 12. Psalms 79 and 12. Yes, say, and render unto your neighbors sevenfold into their bosom their reproach, wherewith they have reproached thee, O Yahweh. I don't believe that would even be a precept. See, sometimes they mess up, man. That's why it's best to check these precepts out. They're saying render onto, basically payback. It's a payback thing, but that was about vengeance. You know what I'm saying? So you got to check it out. Matthew 7 and 2. Matter of fact, let's get that Proverbs 28, 27. As promised.